Hey, future rocket scientists, have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered how those giant metal tubes called rockets make their way into space? You're in the right place because today, I'm breaking down the basics of how rockets work. And trust me, it's not as complicated as you might think. First things first, let's talk about Newton's third law of motion. This law says that for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. Imagine you're standing on a skateboard and you throw a ball forward. You'd roll backward, right? That's exactly how rockets operate, but on a much larger scale. So, a rocket burns fuel to produce a high-speed stream of gas. This action pushes the rocket in the opposite direction. Simple, right? Let's break it down even further. Rockets have multiple stages. Think of these stages like the layers of an onion. Each stage has its own engine and fuel. When the fuel in the first stage is used up, that section is dropped to lighten the load. Then the next stage takes over. This continues until the final stage reaches space. Now what about the fuel? Rockets use a type of fuel called propellant, which is a mix of fuel and an oxidizer. The oxidizer is crucial because in space, there's no oxygen to help the fuel burn. The most common propellants are liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen. When these mix and ignite, they create a massive explosion, propelling the rocket upward. But how do rockets steer? Well, rockets have something called gimbaled engines. These engines can pivot, allowing the rocket to change direction. Think of it like the nozzle of a garden hose. If you point it left, the water stream goes left and the hose moves right. The same principle applies to rockets. And let's not forget about the guidance systems. These systems use gyroscopes and accelerometers to keep the rocket on the correct path. It's like having a super advanced GPS that can handle insane speeds in zero gravity. Now you might be wondering, why do rockets have nose cones? The nose cone reduces air resistance and protects the payload. That's the stuff the rocket is carrying, like satellites or astronauts. It's designed to slice through the atmosphere efficiently. In summary, rockets work by expelling gas at high speed to create thrust, using multiple stages to manage fuel efficiently, and steering with gimbaled engines and guidance systems. It's all about using physics to our advantage. So, next time you see a rocket launch, you'll know the science behind that amazing liftoff. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll be the one sending rockets into space. Keep dreaming big and keep learning. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown of rocket science, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. See you next time, future space explorers.